Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Today I'm going to be talking about how I became the #1 KAZE local. So, starting off, I bought the pack, which was insane, $50. Even for an ultra legendary, I still feel like I got scammed. You should not do this. I like to put out content and show you guys how to play new brawlers. So she actually has 2 gadgets, and you can use gadgets immediately, which is super cool. Now, let's skip ahead to the first important milestone of this push. The first important milestone came when I hit my 80k trophy game, which was right around the middle of my push. I had KAZE at about 600 something trophies. I was pushing her, Jaeyoung, and Eve in duels, and as you can see from this game, it was a little bit easy to just click that gadget, run up on people, super on them, and then they're just dead. Duels is probably her best game mode in my opinion, especially under 1,000. I did experiment with all of them, but this was just the easiest to push in, and I always think you should push in what's the easiest. Seems like pretty simple logic, but from KAZE, I would say you can almost always go in against squishy brawlers, considering that once you're in ninja form, this form, she does 9,000 damage. And as you'll see, this is my 80k game. And that's when you burst all of your attacks at once you're close up. Now, let's go to the next big milestone of this push, the 1k KAZE. At this point, I'd already gotten a few other max tiers, which you'll see videos on later, but you'll see that this is probably this is one of the hardest games in my push. I did lose a few games up to this point. At one point, I was in a 43 win streak with KAZE. She's really that good. And as you'll see, I quite easily take down the El Primo. But next up, we have the Daryl, which will prove to be a little bit more of a challenge. Now, let's go over some KAZE features. She actually has 2 gadgets, 2 supers, which is really weird. She's essentially 2 brawlers in one, even though their damage is similar. So if you think of this as 1 shuriken is equal to the main base attack where you're not in that triangle of her geisha attack, and if you are in that triangle, it's equal to 2 shurikens at the closest form. You'll see that I'm beating Daryl here, but he lives on 5 HP. I remember in this moment I was so mad, and you'll see here that I just have to chase him around for a little while. But let's get back to KAZE. KAZE is, in my opinion, around an A-tier brawler, but she is not worth a $50 early access offer. You should not be buying her, and I know I'm just saying that, and you're probably not going to believe me as a YouTuber, but it's really not worth it. Don't buy it. I'm just doing this for content because I think it's funny. And this was maybe one of the stupidest things I did all day. I was just sitting here, and then RT just jumped me, and then I hypercharged, which I don't even know what I was doing there. But you'll see Eve's a funny
brawler.
I actually really loved playing her on this push. I actually had her at only about 400 before I started playing with her with KAZE. And honestly, you'll see I kind of just dominated people with her. And you'll see, that's my 1k game with KAZE. This was only about a 2.5 hour push, and I had the day off because I've been sick all day, and that was my day. So, next up, let's go and see all of this stuff. So, she has 7,600 health, 1,500 attack, and her super is Fan Storm in that geisha form. Right now, I'm sitting at 314th global and 14th in the USA. But after a little bit of shenanigans, and a game later, I'm ranked 8th in the USA and 195th global. Let's go see if we can get that prestige. But I actually ended up going through some extra shenanigans, and I became the best KAZE in the history of Denmark. As y'all know, I'm not from Denmark. But have a great day. I also threw a little Easter egg into the video, and if any of you can find it, you'll get priority access to any of my videos if you comment it down below. First person to do so, because it will be my next video, first person to do so will be getting that priority access, and will be getting an ad on Brawl Stars. Good luck finding that Easter egg.